College welcomes all of you today for this training session. Today we have with us Mr. Mohit Singh from EBC, who will talk about the basic and advanced features of SCC online database. And now I hand over the session to Mr. Mohit Singh. Over to you, sir.
Sure. Thank you so much, Ms. Rashmi ma'am, and thank you to all the faculty members and the organizers who have organized this particular meeting for all the students of Gopal Das J Advani Law College, Mumbai.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, Ms. Raina. So basically, this session is about how we can use the legal resource of SCC Online subscribed by your college. And certainly, if you have any confusion while using it, any doubt, or you need some methods of how you can save your time while using the software, all those things would be addressed in this session. I guess this session, the members who are in this session, particularly students, are from different years, like first year, second year, or third year as well. So we'll make sure to give you the basic features on how you can use the software on a basic level. And also for the senior batch, we'll make sure to give you some intermediate or the advanced features of the SCC Online. So this session will go till 12:40, and in which we will also include the question and answers round. So in between the session, if you have any question, you can directly post the question in the chat box. Chat box is open for all. Please do not spam the chat box. And what I'll do now, I will start sharing my screen, and on your desktop or your mobile device, you will see SCC Online. So just a second. All right, I'm just loading up the SCC Online web page. Just a second. All right, Mr. Raina, could you please confirm whether do you see this web page?
Yes, I can see the web page. Yeah.
All right, thank you. So all the students and the members, this is scconline.com. This is a legal research software which helps you to find different types of document with regards to your legal fraternity only. What that means is simply that you can find judgments, you can find Bail Acts, you can find legal articles and many other resources. So rather than you spending so much of your time, valuable time on Google or Yahoo or any other search engine, in which the major roadblock is that once you get the information from the open sources like Google or YouTube, you need to check whether you can use that information in the court of law or not, whether the information given to you is authentic or not, whether is it coming from a reliable source or not. Because you're in this profession, and whenever you are trying to refer to a document, you need the actual source of the document, right? So it is advisable to you that you can go with Supreme Court of India websites, you can go with High Court of India websites, or you can go with other government websites or any publisher website. And one such website is SCC Online. SCC Online, why it's so unique? Let me tell you that. First of all, SCC is not just the website. It gives you the documents with their actual source as well. For an example, there is a company called EBC, Eastern Book Company. That company publishes Supreme Court judgments from the year of, or we can say since the year of 1969. So from that date, they are continuously publishing Supreme Court judgments in the hard copy. Now what SCC does, basically SCC and EBC is the same company. What SCC does, SCC take those hard copies, scan them, and then upload them in the electronic format. So basically, professionals like you or students who use this software will get the e-format or the electronic format, as well as if they want, they can get the hard copy as well. So certainly they can use the software for the research purpose. And if they wanted to use any document from the software, they can go for it. Because this software is officially being used in the Supreme Court, in the High Court, in different academics and institutions just like yours, and certainly in another professional fields. Now, you got a basic understanding that yes, this software is a legal research software and provides me different types of document, right? But in today's session, we'll make sure to give something extra, or we'll make sure to give you those particular methods which are going to be very valuable whenever you're doing your research. Before I move forward with the research or give you all the methods and procedures, I had a word with Miss Rashmi ma'am, and she told me that you all are using MyLoft, MyLoft. MyLoft is a remote access software which basically gives you IP access even if you are working from home or from your home office. So basically, if you wanted to use the software, there are two methods. First, go to the college Wi-Fi or the internet, connect to the college internet, and go to scconline.com, go to login screen, and you will see this IP login. That's the first method. That's the basic one. But since due to this pandemic, we are at home. So for that, you need to go to your MyLoft portal, and from there, you need to reach to scconline.com. So just give me 1 minute. Let me also pull up my MyLoft portal and I'll show you exactly where to click and how to reach to scconline.com. Also, this session is currently being recorded. So in case you have joined in late or you have skipped a particular step, you can certainly go with the recording. But keep in mind, recording will not suffice you if you see this recording after a year or so or a couple of months back, right? So this is the email which you would need in order to get access on MyLoft. So this email is no reply. There you go. No reply at the rate myloft.xyz. It is called an invitation email. If you do not have this email in your inbox, do not worry. We will again send you the invitation to all the students. But in case you have this email, so what you can do is you can simply click on set password. I've already set up my password, so I will not do it again. But yes, in your case, you would need to set up or create a new password for MyLoft. Once you have done that, then you will go to MyLoft portal or the main screen. I'll just do that real quick. app.myloft.xyz is the main portal. Let me log out. All right. So once you have set up your own password, then you know your email ID on which you have received the invitation, and now you also know your password. But for the institution, please select SCC Online for the time being. SCC Online like this. Okay. Continue. Email ID, password, you know about that. Click on sign in. That is the process of how to log in MyLoft. Now, once you're logged in the MyLoft, you can get the advantage of using SCC Online while being at home. That is what the software is all about. You go to e-resources, databases, SCC Online, and there you go. That's how you reach the SCC Online in the second method. Again, if you have any confusion, you can use a chat box window. Once you reach to SCC Online, you go to the login screen. So now the method which I'm showing you applies for both, whether you are doing it online or whether you're doing it offline. So it applies to both. Login, you should see IP login. So if any students who doesn't see this IP login, that simply means you're not connected with the campus Wi-Fi or you're not connected with the MyLoft. Either one of those reasons can happen. So in case you see this IP login, what to do next? You go to register here, which is over here. You click on it. You put in your login ID and then you put in your full name. Your login ID can be your campus email ID or your personal email ID. So I'm just using my official email ID over here. And now I will not click on register and login because I'm already registered with this ID. But in your scenario, please go ahead and register and login and you can use the software. So that is the whole login process of using SCC Online. And now let's talk about the SCC Online software. So SCC Online is a pretty easy software. If you have seen the Google and you know how to research on Google on different websites, you can certainly get a hang of this particular software as well. Now, before we jump into the methods and procedures, let me show you what all documents you can browse through in this software, right? So just a second. We click on data coverage. We click on web edition. And now I'll just open a quick PDF for you so that it would be really easy to understand that what all documents are there. All right. So there are around 450 databases in the software. I'll just give you a couple of names so that you can get a quick idea. You have Supreme Court in this software. And in the Supreme Court, we are not just providing you the Supreme Court raw judgment. We are also providing you the case summaries or the head note. So basically, either you can read the whole judgment or you can only read the case summary and you can get the idea what the judgment is talking about. Then you have federal court in the software. You have Privy Council. You have all the high court judgments. On the district level, currently not all judgments are being covered. Only some landmark or important judgments have been placed in the software. Then you have historical court judgments right on your screen. Then in case any senior member or faculty member wanted to reach or wanted to see some judgments from tribunals, then he or she can certainly find them. So you have CAT, CIC, CCI, and then SEBI, NGT, NCLT, all those tribunals have been added in the software. Apart from that, you have Indian statutory law. In the Indian statutory law, you have central acts and state acts both. You have rules and regulations, bills in parliament, which have been introduced in any one of the house or which has been passed by any one of the house. Both the bills have been kept in the software. And then most importantly, for the first year students, I would emphasize on this one, that is Constituent Assembly debates. Constituent Assembly debates are going to be really important in your syllabus because you're already reading the Constitution of India. And Constitution of India is the byproduct of Constitution Assembly debates. So you need to know all those important debates which took place while making of the Constitution. And certainly you need to know the genesis of each and every article which is currently in the Constitution of India. So Constituent Assembly debates would be the best match for you. Then you have reports of commission and committees, you have legal articles, central department policy documents, and if there is any moot court team joined up this session, then for them moot court resources have also been placed in the software. Apart from that, you also get some international materials like United Kingdom judgments, Singapore judgments, Canada judgments. So all those Supreme Court judgments from different countries are there in the software. And also some international courts are also there, like International Court of Justice, International Military Tribunal, International Criminal Court, all those tribunals are there. So all in all, database is huge, and I do not wish to bombard all the database information in front of you. I just wanted to give you a glimpse of it. But now what's more important is what are the procedures or what are the methods through which we can acquire any information in less time as possible, because that is what the software is all about, right? Now let's go to the SCC Online. Login, IP login. What is your login ID? I've already registered myself. Login now. So I believe till now we know something about the SCC Online, and we now also know about the login procedure. In case you have any confusion, you can use the chat box. Once you log in the software, you will see a dashboard like this, which has been divided into 3 different rows: the blue, the red, and the black. The user interface is very simple to use, but keep in mind, you need to know where to click. Right? It's very simple. If you have a citation, you can click on this one. If you have a party name, you can click on this one. If you just wanted to do a random global search like Google, you can go to this one. But all the blue tiles will only work once you have a query at your hand. That simply means you need to have something on your plate in order to search within the software. But on the other hand, if case you do not have something or you just wanted to browse through some documents, then My Library would be the perfect match for you. My Library can be considered as the library of SCC Online, just like you have a law library of your college, the physical library. This is the e-library. All the documents are already there in the shelves. You just go and pick it up. Now let's take a very basic example and then we'll move to some advanced examples. This one, we are going with browse acts and rules. So how we can read any act or any section, that would be important. So we are clicking upon browse acts and rules. Browse acts and rules consist of Constitution of India, Central Act, Central Notification, State Act, and State Notification. Now we'll click on Central Acts, for example. Let me zoom onto the screen just a second. Yeah. You have CPC, CRPC, Penal Code, that would be IPC, then Evidence Act, Companies Act, Contract Act. All the acts are there in the alphabetical order as well. You can click on any one of them. Let's say I take Contract Act for the example. Now, if I click on Contract Act, you guessed it right, that it will be populate on the right hand side. And it's been amended or updated till 1st of October 2021 and amended up to Act 13 of 2019 as well. So certainly you can see all the amendments as well. And now once you click on any section number, that section number would be displayed like this. Once you read any section number of an act, like say this one, acceptance must be absolute, then you also get this blue color information. Now, what are these blue color information? These information have been added manually by the editors of Eastern Book Company, and according to them, there are some important judgments on section number 7 of Contract Act which can be really beneficial for you. So there is an important judgment on conditional offer, on acceptance, on offer and acceptance, and formation of contract by auction. So certainly, without even searching for something, you got the act, you got the section number, and you got the following important judgments on that section. So wouldn't that be great? Now, if your question is that in case we wanted to save the act with the commentaries, then how we can do it? It's very simple. You click on the save icon, the whole act with the commentaries will be saved into your machine. Similar thing goes for email and the print as well. So that was the very first example to show you that how you can interact with the software and retrieve any act or a section number. Let's move forward. We'll again click upon the dashboard icon. Now in the dashboard, this time we are going with browse legal and business news, which is the last style. Why I'm taking this style? Basically, this style does not give you the full judgments or the acts. But what this style has to offer is very unique. Now let's just suppose that I got a homework or I got a project from my professor that I need to read at least 15 to 20 judgments within 5 days or within 4 days, right? Yes, that would be a kind of a challenge because it depends upon the length of the judgment. If all the judgments are like SP Gupta case, then it would run into thousands of pages. So what can we do in that scenario in case we wanted to only read the crux of the judgment? First way is you can go and open the case via find by party name. You click on that tile, you open the case, you read the head note and you got the summary. Second way is if the judgment is too recent, then you can click on this tile, you go to the Supreme Court, you click on the decade, you take the year number or the month in whichever month it was delivered, click on the date, and there you go. Let me take a simpler one. Okay, just a second. Okay, this seems to be a simple one. In this judgment, it talks about 3 death row convicts to walk free as Supreme Court finds them not guilty of murdering 6 family members. I believe now we can understand, we all can understand what this case is all about, right? Then there's some information regarding the bench. There is some information regarding the background story. And then if you scroll to the last, finding that the prosecution has utterly failed to prove the case beyond reasonable doubt, the court held that the conviction and the death sentence imposed on the accused was totally unsustainable in the law. And since there was no sustainable law in this scenario, all the death convicts walked free. So within 1 or 2 minutes, I got the understanding of what the case is all about and also the verdict or what the judges have spoken on this case. Yes, this is not the full judgment, but this is a very good case brief which has been again made by the editors and it can be read by anyone. This doesn't use that many technical words in it, right? So for the first year students, this would be really good thing which you can browse through and get a benefit of. But if you want to still use or open the full judgment, you can do that by clicking on the citation from here. So if you click on the citation, the full judgment will open up in a new window. So that was the second example I wanted to show to you. Now moving towards the third example. Now this is for the for those students who would like to research on a particular topic. So sometimes I get a query like this, that I wanted to search something upon noise pollution, for example, or privacy, specifically in the Constitution of India. So once I have a random topic in my mind and I wanted to search on that, again, there are two methods to it. First one is you go to the word search, you type in the topic of your choice, and you'll get all the documents talking upon the topic you have chosen. But there is no guarantee that you will only get the landmark or the important judgments in that scenario, because it's a random search. It will pull up all the documents in which that topic is appearing, right? In this scenario, my main motto of researching on the software is to find important or landmark judgments on topic wise. So for that, browse curated topics would be the best style for you. This has been specifically curated by the editors, and according to the topic of your choice, you can click upon any one of them. Let's take corporate and commercial law, for example. I click on corporate and commercial law, and it will contain some more categories or branches under it. Just a second. I guess my internet is a bit slow today. Let me check. Okay, there is a comment from Umesh for how long we will have this login access available to us until we complete LLB. Yes, absolutely. All right, my internet has loaded up back up in. So we have some different branches under corporate and commercial law, as you can see: aviation law, banking finance, companies law, competition law, and many more. Now we click on competition law, for example. In the competition law, the software will give you different types of documents. Let me zoom onto the screen once again. Just a second. Yeah. All right. So in the competition law, you have the statutory law. Now, if I ask this question to you, that what do you think would be the main act or the section number which governs this competition law? We all can guess that yes, Competition Act would be the best choice for the competition law, right? But to your surprise, apart from the Competition Act 2002, there are several other acts and their respective sections which are talking on the ground of competition law. So this is basically a curated tile for you, which gives you all the important acts and their sections which are discussing about the topic you have chosen. Similar to this, you also have the case laws. Case laws would not be running into 500 or 1000. It would only be displayed like 25 or 30 judgments. But all of those judgments are really going to be beneficial because they are still a landmark or an important judgment as per the professionals in the law fraternity. So there you go, CCI versus Bharti Airtel, and certainly you can read this whole judgment. If your question is that what is this black portion or black paragraph, this is not the judgment extract or judgment text. This is basically the head note or the case summary, which I was talking about in the earlier phase. So in case you do not wish to read the full judgment, you can only read the head note part and you can get the idea of what the judgment is talking about. Certainly we have clicked upon competition law, so now we can understand that yes, it's talking about CCI, and then something between the Bharti Airtel and the CCI, and certainly we can read this whole head note. Not only this, once we scroll down past the head note, we also get to see that from page number 85 till 113, we have made this head note. So if you go to the page 85 and you read from there itself, you can get the exact extract or the exact essence of the whole head note. Apart from this, we also include some further information. Further information in the sense of, let me show it to you. Just a second. Okay, it's a really lengthy head note. All right. Now, further information in the sense of chronological list of cases cited. what all cases were used in this case. So all those cases have been listed over here for you with the page numbers. You can directly go to the page number and you can see what were the comments from the judges. And in case they were positively cited or negatively cited, we will also include that information over here, right? And now after which you can get to see that now the judgment of the court was delivered by, and now you can read the whole judgment. So basically, before even reaching to the judgment, what you're getting is all the value add content from the editors. You can get the head note, you can get the para number notions, and certainly you can also get the chronological list of cases cited. Sometimes in some landmark judgments, we also include the summary of arguments. Like for K.S. Puttaswamy case, we include the summary of arguments from the petitioner and from the respondent side as well. So you can expect that information in some judgments. Now, if the question is that how we can copy any paragraph or any line from the judgment, for that is very simple. You see this small clipboard icon. It would be visible with each and every paragraph. Double click on it. It will pop up in a new window, and from there you can simply copy it and paste it into your notepad icon. And also it will give you the referencing that you have taken this extract from page number 534, so you can cross check it. So that was the copying process. Now there is one more important step which we all need to know, that in case, let's just suppose I wanted to use this document in the court of law or in the Supreme Court. Now there are two methods to it. First one is I go to this print icon. Let me just take you through. First one is true printout. Second one is non-true printout. So what is this? Non-true printout is nothing but an internet download. Internet download is like a website download. So basically, you're seeing this color and the font scheme on your website currently. It will be downloaded and printed just like this. I have an example ready for you. Let me show it to you. This seems to be a non-true printout. I've already downloaded this, not this judgment, but another random judgment. I hope you can see my Adobe Reader as well. This is a non-true printout. This is the exact color and the font scheme which you were seeing on the website, right? This is not acceptable in the court. Please keep in mind, when you take this document in the court, they will simply reject it or can be a violation. What is accepted in the court is the exact source of information from where you have taken this judgment. For that, you need to go with true printout. True printout is the first option, and true printout would look like a book or the scanned copy of a book. Let me show it to you. Print, and just a couple of pages for you. All right, there you go. So now this printout is entirely different from non-true printout for some obvious reasons, and certainly we can directly take this printout and submit in the court. It also shows to you that it's been printed for whosoever is using this software, and the placetums have also been given to you. So A, B, C, D, E, F, what are these? So whenever you want you wanted to help the court, or you want the court attention on a certain line of a paragraph, then certainly you can refer to the placetum. So I want this line to be addressed. So I can simply say, please have a look in the placetum A, first line. So this is how we do the referencing in the court. So it's an international practice which you can certainly use, and it's going to be really helpful to the court as well. So that was my third example for today's session, that how we can find different types of document, not the random documents, important documents on a topic. That was browse curated topics. Now I will leave this My Library as it is, because you now got the gist of it, that yes, this is how the My Library works. We simply click on it and the whole information would be displayed on the right hand side. Now I'll move ahead with the Research Plus. In the Research Plus, I'll go with the global search, or we can say the random search, which you can do in SCC Online. That's the word search. So let's see how we can do the word search, or how we can do the researching on it. Just a second. Now word search um, is very simple. You have all used Google a couple of times, right? So whenever you use Google, you just type in the query and you get different types of results. Then you need to check those websites whether they are the correct results or not. That's how you do your research. So we all know the basic fundamentals of research. Now let's take a simple query and try to do that same research on this platform. The query is very simple. We wanted to see the latest judgments from Supreme Court, which talks about the topic of defamation in it. So how we can search the query? I guess most of you would write something like this. Let me write it for you. Latest judgment from Supreme Court of India on defamation. I guess you would be writing somewhat like this. Now, again, you can click on the search and it will give you the results. So let me just click on the search and show you how the result looks like. So 223 results have been found so far. This result screen is very unique. Whenever you wanted to see a result from a particular category, you select the category from the left hand side, digest notes, judgment, legal business news, and all that. Then the respective document or the respective category would be displayed in the middle column. So if I go to the judgments, I go to the Supreme Court judgments. Now in the middle column, only the Supreme Court documents would be displayed. And now once I click on any document, that document will then populate on the right hand side. So that's how I play around with the research plus or the result screen, right? Now the question is, I wanted the Supreme Court judgments. I've done that, but I wanted the latest one. This is 2010. This is 2018. This is 2020. So we'll do the sorting over here. We click on sort by. We click on latest first. And now the whole data will be sorted from the latest to the oldest fashion. So 3rd of June, I guess, yes, 3rd of June 2021, there is a judgment from Vinod Dua, which is talking on the ground of defamation in it. But is this the correct way of searching? I doubt, because in this result, all of the words, almost all the words are getting highlighted. SC, Supreme Court of India, Union of India. And can we see the defamation in it? I need to look down, or I need to exactly do the control F in order to find the defamation word, or in order to exactly rely on this document, right? So what went wrong and how we can modify our research to get the maximum output from the software? That is what we are going to learn now. So we tried our random search method, which we have acquired from the Google, but let's tweak a bit. So we'll go back to the word search, and this time we'll take again the same query, latest judgment from Supreme Court of India on defamation. But now please keep this in mind that whenever you are searching on SCC Online, you do not need to define you want latest or oldest, neither you need to define the quotes. You can only define the main words of your query. And yes, you guessed it right, that the main word is only one, that is defamation in this query. So I'll just delete the rest of the things because those are simply parameters. Parameters are required when you are doing a research on the open sources, because Google is for everyone. You have to define you want latest or oldest. You have to define you want Supreme Court of Canada or India, right? So on their platform, it makes sense. But on the SCC Online, everything is already there in the category wise data. Please take care of the most important word and hit the search. So once we click on the search, again, the same result screen would be given to me. And now I will filter down the results by Supreme Court of India. So from 200 something, now the results have jumped up to 9,000. I'll go to the judgment, Supreme Court 259. In the middle column, all the Supreme Court documents would be displayed. Sort by latest first. And that's how I do the quick sorting and I get the latest judgment from 23rd of November 2021. I click on the next highlight. It will do the control F for me. And there you go. Defamation is there. So this is how you reach to a certain document, which is talking on the same ground which you were looking for. And if you feel like that this document is helpful for you, please click on save the document or email it. If your question is, I guess someone's mic's been unmuted. Request the participant to please mute the mic. Thank you. If the question is that why there is no head note in this judgment, because it's also from Supreme Court, but I do not see any head note in it. The answer is very simple. Since it's the latest judgment, the head notes are in the process. The head notes takes a lot of time because we are not only just making the case summary, just like you make a case summary of a story in 2 or 3 lines. That's not how it works. We make the case summaries exactly by the para numbers. We reference the para numbers, we reference the act number, we reference the judge's opinion in it, and the list of cases cited with the page number. So all of that process takes a lot of time, and that is why currently the head notes are not available over here. Okay, let's take a different query now, because I believe senior members have also joined in this meeting. So for them, let me give you some advanced techniques as well. Now let's take another query. This query would not be a one-word search, it would be a lengthier query. So hear me out in this one, that I'm looking for a case which is talking about a dowry death. So there's a dowry death case. Now in this dowry death case, the bride, which was a deceased bride now, the bride was heavily burned by her father-in-law due to the dowry issue. And while taking the bride to the hospital, the bride has recorded multiple dying declarations before her death. And none of the dying declarations were recorded in front of the judicial officer. The question is that since there was no dying declarations recorded in front of the officer, which dying declaration the court can consider? So I've given you around 2 or 3 statements or lines with dowry debts and all those important words. Now it's up to you. What do you choose? Some of you will go with IPC 304B, some of you will go with dowry death, or some of you will go with another words. The bottom line remains the same. You do not need to read or write all the 3 lines or all the exact query as it is. You do not need to do that. What you need to do, pick in the most important words of a query. And for that, try to hit the query or try to search for the query part by part. So let's recall the query again. The query was regarding dowry death. So let's type dowry death only. Then the second word which I mentioned in the query was bride, which was burned. So we can type bride burning. The third word which I have used in my query was the bride has recorded multiple dying declarations. Now, multiple dying declarations is not a word, but dying declaration is a legal phrase. There you go. So this is an example to show you that from that whole statement, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words. Now I can go and click on the search bar, or for some advanced techniques, I would always suggest you to go step by step. Step by step simply means whenever you have a lengthier query, please try to hit the search with the first word you have chosen and see how many results you are getting. It can happen with you that you have just hit the search button and you get 0 results. So for that, you need to replace the word with another word. So you need to hit and try with different vocabulary of yours. So dowry death is the first word which I'm going to search for. Since dowry death is a legal phrase, I need to put double inverted commas at the starting and at the end of the dowry death. This will ensure that the dowry deaths are not going to be searched separately. They're going to be searched together as a phrase. So now I'll just click on the search bar and only those results will come up onto my screen in which dowry death was discussed as a phrase. Now, according to my query, there was a discussion of bride burning and there was a discussion of dying declaration. All those things can be written over here in search within search result. On the top left, you see this search within search results button. You type in the second word, bride burning, enter. Similarly, you type in the third word, which was dying declaration, enter. And again, I've used double inverted commas to make sure it will be searched together as a phrase. So from 5,000 to 600, from 600 to 219. This is a good way of researching whenever you have lengthier query or you have 5 to 6 important words of your query, right? You can do search within search. And again, now you can go with digest notes or judgments. So let's go with the digest notes. Digest notes are 92. Let's go with Supreme Court digest notes. If you're thinking that what are digest notes are basically law point which was discussed in a judgment. For an example, this one. This one is D. D means digest note. J means judgment. So when you see digest note, it is not the full judgment. It is one of the law point which was discussed in the judgment. And that law point is very much relevant to your query. So yes, this is talking about 304, dowry death, 302, 304B, 498A, 302, dowry death, dying declaration, and everything which we wanted to search for, right? Now, once you have got the perfect document, please scroll down and see the case name, Kesari Madha versus State of Andhra Pradesh. Click on the citation and read the full judgment. So digest notes are for your help, that they give you the precise information what you're looking for. And if you feel like that they're not helping you, you can click on the another digest note and certainly read it. But rather than reading the full judgment, you're just saving of your valuable time, and then certainly you can click on the judgment if you want to. So that was my second example to show to you that how we can research on a query or a lengthier query, right? Let's move forward with different tiles now, and we'll come back to the word screen or word search screen in case we get some time. So till now we have covered browse acts and rules, browse created topics, word search, and browse legal and business news. Now we are moving ahead with the most common options. Those are find by citation and find by party name. Find by party name is very easy to search. In find by party name, you get the standard way of searching. You need to select the court first of all, Supreme Court, High Court, or all jurisdiction if you want to search in all the jurisdictions. Secondly, you can type in the party name. So first you select the court and then you enter the party name over here. Now in the party name, how do you write it? Just simply put in the party name as it is. So let's take a party name now. Let's take a party name of SP Gupta versus Union of India. Whenever you are typing the party name, please do not type versus or v dot in between because that is common. Click on find case. There you go. You got one results. What if you have partial information? In case you have partial information, you can delete rest of the part and you can still do your search. So software will still locate the judgment for you even if you have half of the information. Now you have located a one particular judgment and now that judgment is right in front of you. Now this judgment is being denoted by the icon J, and the digest notes are being denoted by the icon D. On the left hand side, it denotes like 52 digest notes and one judgment. So basically, out of one judgment, we have made around 52 different digest notes. In those digest notes, there are different law points which were discussed, and on those law points, the opinion of the quorum was given. The question over here is, if we are getting this information that the SP Gupta case got overruled, or the law which was decided in this case is not a good law anymore, it's already been overturned or overruled by any other case. If you get this information from our seniors or from our Google or from our co-members or also from the software, what can we do in this scenario? Can we use this case or can we not use this case? That's the question, right? So in this scenario, it says partly overruled in Scora versus of India 1983. So that simply means that some of the law points of this case got overruled and some of the law point of this case can still be used in your scenario, right? But the question is, who will define what are the law points which got overruled and what are the law points which we can use? In that scenario, the software will still help you. So from now on, whenever you are using find by party name option, please locate the case, go to search within search result, type in the word overruled and click on the search bar. By doing that, all those law points which later got overruled in any other case will be highlighted right in front of you with red exclamatory mark. This is what you can do whenever you're working with the overruled feature. So from 52 law points, 1, 2, 3, 3 points of law are not a good law anymore. And please avoid these law points and use the rest of the law points in your scenario. What are all these law points? These law points are Constitution of India 217, Constitution of India Article 217, and Article 124 Subpart 2. Apart from these three, you can still use the rest of the law points. So you get a good bifurcation within the software, what all you can use and what all you can avoid. Now let's talk about this point. It's talking about Article 217. As per Justice Bhagwati sir, his opinion, as per Justice Faisal Ali sir, his opinion, and similarly, the quorum's opinion follows by. In the last, it tells you where exactly it was overruled in Scholar of History of India and held overruled in Scholar of History of India 2016. So this is how you can get the full judgment and you can get the exact point in which this judgment got overruled in another judgment. Not only this, if the senior members also wanted to see later on this case got cited in which case or got a positive treatment in which case, or keep it simple, I wanted to see the cases in which SV Gupta got relied upon, right? So for that, it's very simple. Please click on this icon, case reference. One click on this, it will give you all those judgments in which SV Gupta got cited and got a positive or a negative treatment. There you go. Now this is AK Roy versus of India. In this one, it's been cited, but the treatment is not defined. Let's take the another one. This is Harshad Mehta. In this one, this case got referred to. You can see it over here. Next is again Harshad Mehta. I'll skip this one. The third one is Satvir Singh versus Baldev. Guys note, in this one it was distinguished. Another one, Sunil Samadaria, in which it got relied upon. So there you go. I got a case in which SP Gupta University of India got explained and relied upon. And in which paragraph it was discussed, it was paragraph number 15 of the case. So exact information are coming your way. You can go to the, open this judgment, go to para number 15, use that para number 15 in your scenario, and certainly you can get an advantage in your case. So that is the feature of find by party name. Not only by just giving you the party names, it is also giving you the overruled feature and the referencing feature in it, right? Mr. Anna, are you there on the call right now? All right. Apart from find by party name, let's jump to any other tile now. So let's take find by citation. Find by citation is very important.
Yes, Mohit, sorry to disrupt. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, no problem. Mr. Anna, could you please take over for just 5 minutes? I need to take care of the background noise which is coming in.
All right. So
I can start sharing my, I can still share my screen. You can just do the voiceover. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. So we are talking about this citation search, students. So here you will be selecting the from the drop down. You will see a list of around 200 plus citation formats. Apart from the publishing of SCC, you will see All India Reporter, Income Tax Reporter, Excise Law Times, to name a few. So these all publishers have a very specific set or format, as you can see on the right hand. Now you can either select from the index or you can type the publisher name over here, like in this case AIR. If we type, you'll get to see the entire series of AIR. So I select the first one, that is Supreme Court, and enter the year, let's say 2010, and the page number index will automatically appear. Select the first number over here, click on get citation, and there you are. You will be able to view the full text judgment. text. Now, this judgment has been published in SCC. Therefore, you on the judgment on top of it, you will find see the SCC citation. But if you open the digest note or the summary, in here, our editorial has kept the equivalent citations. And what equivalent citations are meant means the same judgment published in other publishings. So this 2010 judgment of SCC has the citation of SCC. Along with it, it has Criminal Law Journal citation. It has ECRN, another publisher, All India Cases, AIC, and AIR. That's how we reached here. So in case you had searched with the Criminal Law Journal citation, you would have still been able to view this or open this particular document. So that's how you use the citation search. Moving back to the dashboard, we'll also show you the finding a case law by section. Now, in this case, what you will do is you'll enter the principal act, whether it is Indian Evidence Act, Indian Penal Code, or in Indian Contract Act. Now, don't enter Indian, considering it was giving us a huge list of results. So we'll key in Contract Act, and the resultant list of section list will appear on the bottom window. From here, what we'll do is we'll select a specific section, let's say in this case, section 17, fraud defined in the Contract Act, and click on Go button. This will show up all the judgments on section 17 of the Contract Act. So this is how we will retrieve data on the basis of a section search. Now, once we have these, now it is appearing. So you can see all the documents on the basis of section 17 on the Contract Act. Is there anything else left in the search feature, Mohit?
In the word search, I've completed that. You can take
All
care
right.
of the case compendium, find by topic, and all that.
All right. So moving ahead, after getting the results on a particular search, we also want to save some documents in a folder, and that facility is provided in SCC Online. So to create a folder, you will have to choose this option of Add to my SCC Online folder, which is in the third column, second icon. You'll click upon, and it will prompt you to create a folder. First, you'll click on Change Folder, and select My Folder. Post which you will click on New Folder at the bottom. It will now create the folder, but with a computer generated name. So like folder 5, 5, 6, etc. So you'll be prompted to rename it as well. So we'll type the name of let's say your college. Once the folder gets created, and once it gets created, we'll rename it, and then after renaming, we'll click on the select folder option, which is also mentioned over there at the bottom. So Gopal Das, we can put Gopal Das Jamatmal or Gopal Das College, parent, and press enter. Click on select folder. Now it is being selected. Click on OK, and the first document gets saved in this folder. And this folder is created on the cloud, on the server of SCC Online, not on your machine or my machine. So the documents that are saved can be accessed from multiple devices as well. Now, moving ahead, we move to the next document. Let's say it is a judgment from a couple of judgments from Supreme Court, or maybe a tribunal judgment as well. We'll open, and one by one we'll also add these to the folders. So right now the folder is already created and selected. So what we'll do is we'll click on Add to my SCC Online folder and immediately click on OK button, and this will save the document in the same folder. Once couple of documents, 2, 3 documents, 4 documents are saved, we'll now come to the retrieval of these. Later on, when you have saved all those documents, you want to retrieve them. For retrieval purpose, there is a My SCC Online icon adjacent to the dashboard. And in here, you have My Folders, View Folders option. And when you click on the View Folders, it will show you all the folders in which I have created, and the latest one that is created is already selected. And on the second column, you'll be able to view the document list. Now, if I want to prepare a case compilation for moot court, or later on in your profession, you have to present it in the court itself, There you have to have a set format or pattern which has one page index or a table of contents, as well as the judgments which are to be paginated. So doing it manually will take you an hour or two. But in a software in built, there is a case compilation feature. So we'll select the documents of which we want to make a compilation, go to the tile action toolbar, and the last option, create case compilation. We'll click upon this create case compilation option. Now on the bottom, there is a create button. The moment we click on this create button, the software will internally now, generate the compilation for me, for us. And then the compilation will comprise of two segments. The first one is the table of contents, and the second one is the judgment, the documents itself. And all those will be paginated, by the software internally, automatically. So I don't have to do anything. It's all ready. So we'll take one, as it is taking a little while, one previous compilation, which is already there. So GLC Mumbai, I think. So right now, while we are retrieving, you will see there are two segments in this. One is the table of contents, and the second one is the page numbers or the documents or the judgments itself. Now, in the table of contents, you will see the title of the documents, as well as the page number. Means for first judgment from page number 1 to, let's say, 10 is the first one, and the second judgment is from the title mentioned in the table of contents, and it starts from page number 11 to, say, let's say 20, and so on and so forth. So this way I will be able to get the compilation prepared, and after that I'll just download this compilation and then take a print and present it in your moot court, or later on in your profession in the court of law itself. So how it looks like, it's taking a while right now. I'm not
Just a
sure.
second.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. So it is.
Yeah, basically you can make the compendium, but it depends upon your internet connection.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, yeah, please go ahead.
All right. So here you can see now the table of contents is there. Page numbering is done automatically by the software. And these table of contents are also editable. I mean, you can put your remarks, your notes, etc. as well over here if you wish to. And you can save those changes permanently. There is a save button as well also. Then coming to the next segment, that is the pages. In the second column, you click on the pages and immediately you'll see the true prints and what all documents we had, and all the page numbers are, I mean, pages are paginated in square box. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, and accordingly, and if from page number 5, the next document starts, so there's no gap in between the two or the subsequent judgments. So it is all in continuation. You have to then choose the last option, that is download the compilation. In the second column on top, there is a download case compilation icon. Click on that, it will download it in the downloads folder. From there, you'll just simply click on that compilation. It will open that for you, and from there you can take a print and present it in the court. So that is the case compilation feature for you. Now, moving ahead, yeah, this is the complete in continuation. So that is the case compilation feature. And this apart, I think we
I
have
guess,
also, yeah,
yeah, we can skip this find by topic. I guess for
all
the
right,
topic wise, they have got the understanding from the word search and browse created topics.
absolutely.
And we can go ahead with the word searches or secondary materials if you want to.
All right, all right. So in word searches, we have covered the basic searches, and as far as the words and phrases is concerned, that has not yet been covered, no? Words
No,
and
no.
phrases. All right. So words and phrases, students, this is like a legal thesaurus or a dictionary, you can say, of all the legal words that you want to know the definition of. Let's say we'll take a basic, very simple example of bail. Now, I want to know the definition of bail, and the source from where we have got these definitions is either the statutory law or the Supreme Court case law or the Wharton Dictionary of UK. So you'll type the this word in the search area over here. In this case, Mohit, if you can type just bail over here and then
Okay.
click on the show button, it will now just display the definition on the bottom screen or the window. And As you will notice, the definition that is there, it is not written by our editorial, but these are the definitions from either the statutory law or the judgment. As you can see, A.K. Gopalan versus State of Madras, there the bail has been defined in the judgment. And if we scroll down further, you will find another couple of references of judgments from Supreme Court. And yeah, as you can see, Deepak Subhash Chandra Mehta versus CBI, and so on and so forth. And then scroll down to the bottom, there is another abbreviation WHART in square brackets. So this is a definition from the Wharton Dictionary of UK. So many resources are there from where you can get the definitions of these legal words and phrases. All right. So that's the legal words and phrases option. And of course, moving ahead with the dashboard, we can now
We can show
uh,
them. We
yeah.
can show them the index of the Constituent Assembly debates. I guess
All
there
right,
was a
all
question
right.
regarding the Constituent
Yes,
Assembly.
in the initial there was where we can find it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So in the secondary materials, you can find this Constituent Assembly debate. So we'll click on the browse secondary materials. In that, not only you'll get Constituent Assembly debates, you get the bills in Parliament. You also get the policy documents from various departments of the government and reports of various commissions and committees, including the Law Commission reports, pre-independence as well as the present one. So let's expand this constitutional documents. You'll find constitutional acts as well as the assembly debates. Now these debates, which are spanning from volume 1 to 12, were debated in the parliament just under 3 years, from 47 till I think 49, something like that, just under 3 years. And all these volumes that you see beginning from Monday, 5th December 46 rather. So till it goes to up to volume 12, and there is an index also available to for you to for as a reference, where it shows you the table or the index of Constitution to of India to draft and vice versa. Means in the draft, if the that clause or para number was 5C, in the final constitution when it was framed, it was number 10. And the adjacent column, the third column, shows also the year and date of implementation. So accordingly, in the volumes, you can just zero in, like whether it is 12th August 1949. So obviously it will be 10 or 11 number, or any other. So index helps you in that way, to go to a very specific clause under that constitution what you have. All right. So this is the entire Constituent Assembly debates that you have in front of you.
Yeah.
And you
So
should,
like this one,
yeah,
students, as you can see on this particular debate, Article 8
great.
was being discussed, but then it changed to Article 13. So you can see
Absolutely.
the whole debate which took place, why it was brought in, and what was the issue.
Absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely. Yeah. So moving ahead, in the dashboard, you will also, did we cover the moot court resources? And
Not yet. Yeah,
no,
not yet.
let's move to the moot court resources. And moot court resources, what happens while you are in your second year or in your senior classes, you will be also participating in the moot court competitions. Now, for preparation of the moot courts, what you require is slightly some other resource. So how they have been debated in the other previous moot courts from leading national law universities and universities private as well. So here we have one from GNLU. So as you can see over here, that in this, what was the problem that was discussed, and the winning team memo from both the sides, whether it's complainant, respondent, likewise, you get the winning team memos as well over here. So this helps you in the preparation for your moot courts whenever they are you are having them. So another useful resource, and this is also not available in any other software or maybe on the what you call free search engines. It's because we sponsored these moot courts for all these institutions. We're able to get this data. That's how we got this data. Now coming back to the dashboard, you also have one more interesting new label over here known as Browse Legal Business News. Now
We
why?
have covered
Yeah.
this. Covered
All
this.
right, all right, all right, all right.
Yes.
So anything else left in my library section?
No, I guess
All
that
right.
would be all, Mr. Rena, because this is, I
Oh,
guess, for the they are going to use this for the first time, some of
first
them,
time. All right.
and
Perfect.
that is
So,
why I guess we have recorded this session. It would be really beneficial for them. They can go with the recording, and students, I can also show you one more quick help feature, which can help you whenever you are browsing through the software, which is this question mark. This question mark contains all the user manuals in it. Certainly, you need not to define the whole query. So you just wanted to see how to copy. Just type copy. It will give you a good article with the pictorial representation or the video representation in some scenarios, that where to click upon and how you can do a guided copy search, right? So the help center is also going to help you a lot. And I guess that would be all from our side, Ms. Rashmi ma'am. Shall we open the question answers round with your permission?
Yes, sir.
All right. Students, the question answers round is open now. You can unmute yourself if you want. You can raise your hand or you can use a chat box window, whichever is comfortable for you. And till that time, you post your questions. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, Mohit, thank you so much for explaining so well to us. Well, I had a query regarding the search by party name. When
Mhm.
we searched by that, we could see that when it threw up the judgment, then it was indicated whether that particular judgment was overruled subsequently. Now, is this
Yes.
feature available when we search through any other tile also, like by citation or by, random search by name or,
Yes.
any principle?
Yes, yes. Basically, if you are working on any tile like word search, like case law section, find by citation, whichever document you see contains a red exclamatory mark, you can get notified that yes, this document has already been overruled. If that document is denoted by the icon D, then you need to open the full judgment from there and you can read the full judgment if you want to. Or if that document is already representing as the icon J, then you can read the judgment from there itself. But I was just trying to give an example from find by party name, because sometimes we do the analysis of one particular case through a party name or through a citation. So that's why I picked that up.
Thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am. Any other question from any other member?
Sir, what is that black tile? Can you please? Black tiles
Black
are
tie.
there, no? Yes.
Yeah. Sure, sure. Absolutely. Okay, starting from the left hand side, this is LawNet. LawNet is another software which is already embedded in SCC Online. You can simply click on it and start browsing through. LawNet software is only and only used for acquiring or accessing Singapore judgments or Singapore acts. So whenever you are only and only looking for the judgments from Supreme Court of Singapore, please go to LawNet. Hein Online is not being subscribed by your university till now. Hein Online is a different software which gives you the journals from all around the world, legal journals, different journals from different topics, like from Harvard, Cambridge, Yale. So all these top shot university journals you can get in the Hein Online, and you can also get the United States judgments, United Kingdom judgments. So all those things can be acquired by the Hein Online software. So you can skip this one for now. SCC Online blog is a free website which can be accessed by anyone. It doesn't need a subscription, and it gives you the real-time updates of what's new in your legal fraternity, what are the new amendment, what are the new acts, what are the changes, and the case briefs of some important judgments as well. So SCC Online blog is also a very good website through which you can go for. EBC Learning and EBC Web Store gives you the information of if you wanted to purchase some hard copy or journals or books, then you can visit our EBC Web Store, and from there you can purchase it. SEC Online Store is again not of your concern as of now because it's already been subscribed by your university, so you can skip this option. So basically, these all are external links to different softwares. But for now, you can get a benefit of LawNet or you can get the benefit of SEC Online Blog. These two would be beneficial.
Hello,
Any other
am
question?
I audible?
Yeah. Yes, you're audible. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So, is there any provision over here to browse the case with the help of the famous advocate's name?
Yes, yes, certainly. So you go to the word search. You type in the advocate name. So you type advocate near in capital word and then the name of the advocate. Near is basically an operator in the SCC online which gives you the capability of searching two words. Like for example, I wanted the judgments in which Mr. Harish Salve has appeared. So Harish, I guess Harish would be the correct spelling, or Salve, let's type Salve. Advocate near Salve. Now, this statement will be searched in all the documents in which advocate and salve are appearing in the same statement. And that can only be possible if that advocate has appeared before the court, right? So advocate near salve, I can type it like this and I can get some judgments. I hope that answers your query.
Yes, thank you so much.
All right. And certainly, that's a very interesting query. Certainly, if you have a civil writ petition number or SLP number, criminal writ petition number, or whichever criminal appeal number you have, you can directly type it over here and you will still be able to find the judgment. So in case you remember those things, you can use the word search for those purposes as well. Any the questions, students? Yeah, Mr. Hannah has already given you the information of how you can directly contact us. So you have our numbers, toll-free number and the email ID. In case you do your research and you face some difficulties while researching or in difficulties in query formation, you can directly send us an email with the name of your university and what your concern is. We'll try to help you out as soon as possible. Any last minute question, guys? All right. Ms. Rashmi, ma'am, I guess all the questions have been answered so far. Yes, ma'am.
Thank
Please
you
go
so
ahead,
much, Mr. Rajakrishna, sir. And the session was very insightful, and I hope that all the attendees are benefited from this, and this will be helpful for them in their further teaching, learning, and research purpose. And thank you all. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
Absolutely,
you.
ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for your valuable time. I'll end this call for everyone now. Thank you, Rashmi, ma'am. I'll provide you the recording. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mohit.
Thank you.